always like to ask to everyone to introduce themselves, because this way maybe people on YouTube who can be watching us. Oh, okay. People on YouTube can know you guys. Okay. So let's start with you, Oswald. Can you talk a little bit about you, please? And then we can choose someone to continue, please.
Okay, for sure. Well, I'm a passionate software developer as you, Carlos. Since 2020, I've decided to start in this career journey in 2019 when I had a and when I have been worked with as self-employed entrepreneur. Oh, it's a hard word to talk. So I think it will interesting topic today. And I'm specialized in front end, but I've worked as a back end too in another company in my first dev opportunity. Yeah, and I would say, I had a, a not good opportunity in my last entrepreneur opportunity. I will talk a little bit more some minutes ahead, okay? And Gama, please introduce yourself for us.
Hi guys, good morning. My name is Jones. Can call me Kama. It's easier. I am from Sergipe. I'm 26 years old. In my time, I like to play guitar. We will go out with friends, and I think it is to earn some the first one. Yeah, no,
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
is to answer the first one question.
No, you can choose someone to introduce. Okay.
Okay. Lourdes.
Good morning. My name is Lourdes. I'm from Porto Alegre. I'm here in Talk since 2020, when that time it was a conversation only for human, and I started that time to speak English here in Talk. I am a nurse, but I am retired, and I spend my time to listening to learning English and Italian too, because I am Italian citizen. I need to speak a little bit in Italian to understand them. And in my free time, I usually to work in our vegetable garden. I have one vegetable garden to plant the vegetables and the donuts at all. É this. Oswaldo.
All right.
Não. Janka.
Bianca.
Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, of course. Sorry, guys. Moment.
No worries. Go ahead.
Well, my name is Bianca. I am 28 years old. I'm living in Campinas, doing my PhD in here. I'm a demographer. I am about to move again to São Roque to return to my city, to the city that I grew up. So me and Osvaldo won't be neighborhood anymore. I'm sorry about that. So
Oh, I'm
let's have
sad
a
for that.
coffee.
Yeah, we need it.
Um, yeah, I'm excited to do that. I am trying to figure it out yet, but it will be for a short time, maybe 3 months, until I have some results from an application that I made to Pennsylvania University, or I'm going to try to buy a house. I don't know. But yeah, it will be for 3 months. I don't know how it will be my future in 2025, but I'm really excited and I am going for it. I think it's that. Thank you, Carlos.
All right. Yeah, thank you, everyone. So I already talk a little bit about me, but since we are live on YouTube, I will do a short introduction. Okay. So as I say, my name is Carlos. I work as a software engineer to a company located in USA. I live in the south of Brazil, just like you, Lourdes, but I live in Ponta Grossa, Paraná. It's colder today than was the last few days, so ah, I'm I'm not so happy because I like a warm place. I don't like cold. I think I say that a lot of times during this winter. But the last few days I was traveling. It was holiday on my city, and me and my family traveled to São Paulo. To It was re very nice in there, actually. It was 31, 32 degrees and was much more comfortable than right now. I live São Paulo with 32 degrees, and I arrived in my city with 15 degrees. So that's not so good, you know? Yeah. Year after year, I get more, how can I say that? Uh, Year after year, I get more decision or more power of will. Mas cada ano eu tenho, acho que, mais força de vontade de abandonar o sul. I really like my city, but I hate cold. I don't know, it's because I'm getting older, but I prefer a warm place, prefiro um lugar mais quente. That's it about me. All right, guys. Uh, let's start with our questions. As I say, today we will talk about entrepreneurship. It's a hard word to pronounce, but it means something really important to Brazilian guys. Empreendedorismo, eu acredito que move o Brasil de diversas formas. So let's start talking about that, okay? Let's start with you, Lourdes. You say you are a nurse, you are retired right now, you are practicing English and Italian communication abilities. But did you have during your journey, during your life, some experience being an entrepreneurship? I don't know. Can you start reading the question number one, please, Lourdes?
Okay. Have you ever embarked on starting your own business? What was your experience with this endeavor? Endeavor, is this the pronunciation? Endeavor?
Yeah, you can say that. Endeavor.
Endeavor. No, in my life, I haven't tried starting some business because I worked in hospital, and after I worked with a public service. But my husband has one little company, but and his company is to manage the I forgot the name. he has apartments and buildings to rent, and he used to this company to manage this work, this money example. And one time he had one company with his brother for a long time. He started here in Porto Alegre to sell computers, and he had workers in his company, and worked a long time with computers and sell computers and other things about IT. And they had a good experience that time. But I think nowadays it's difficult to have a company. If you don't have skills, if you don't have ability to do this, it's better to work a higher employer.
All right. So right now, you say your husband has a company to rent houses and those kind of things. I think,
Apartamentos and one building.
tipo, imobiliária.
No, no, no. He is no, yeah, his prop, own ring,
Okay.
only. No, no, it's
Okay.
not imobiliária. Yes.
Okay. No problem. So,
Avoid
our
to use imobiliária. It is this.
okay. Uh, he tried to do contact direct to people. Yeah.
Yes, contact direct to the people. Yes.
Yeah, that's really better, because last few months, my mother-in-law, minha sogra, decided to move to apartment. So she rent her apartment with a real estate company, tipo imobiliária, não sei dizer isso em inglês. And she had to pay 3 months early, and then after she was living there, she realized she didn't like to live in an apartment. She wanted to go back to her house. And then she lost a lot of money because she only stayed 3 months on the apartment, and she gave a yearly payment, and she couldn't receive that money again, and she had to paint the entire apartment, even she didn't do anything on the apartment. But yeah, real estate imobiliárias can be hard to deal with. But that's not our subject today. Let's listen from you, Oswald. You say you had some experience being an entrepreneurship entrepreneur. All right. You
Yeah.
had some experience being an entrepreneur. What do you think about the question number one?
Okay, just finishing note about you said about your mother-in-law. I had the same situation like your mother-in-law. I lived in an apartment for 10 months, and I rent that and decided to go out there. And I fight with the imobiliária for sure, but I had elementos judiciais to go out there, and I've just go out there. Okay, well, I had some opportunities to work with self-employed, uh, and I think I had this opportunity for 4 or 5 times in my life. One of them, the business was broken. Another one, I had a good result, I would say. I have to say it was good because I've sold that small business. And my last one, it was good for me about my career journey because it was my first side project in my life, and with this, I've had 4 partners in that opportunity, and we would split the earning with all of us, but some weeks ago they've decided to cut tie with me. And another, again, I have judicial elements to receive some money because they've decided they don't pay me. And they decided to cut tie with no, I would say, with no justificativa. I don't know, how can I say that in English? And because that they decided to um, decide to treat me with this way. I won't take this with no cause for them, but well, I believe in every single opportunities that you have to work with as self-employed. It's important. It was important for me to increase some abilities, some like that, time management, handling with another different people. Yeah, and about my tech skills, it was important because I had the opportunity to try another different things, different if we are compare with my current job, Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity to improve ourselves. Yeah, it's the main point, in my opinion. Before the money, in my opinion. Okay, that's
Okay,
it.
thank you, Oswald. And what about you, Yanka? You are doing a research, maybe it's not your plan, had your own business right now, but I don't know. One day you are taking a free time after the lunch, doing nothing. Oh, I could open my own business. Had you already think about that?
No, I never had. I like to be an employee. I am okay with this role in my life, I think. Because to be an entrepreneur or have their own business, it's a lot of work to do, I think, It's a lot of stress. I have two silly experience in my life. The first one, it was with my grandma. She started to do cookies with guava, and she was really influent in my neighborhood. So she could sell a lot of cookies and bring some money, extra money to our house. So I tried to do this with her. And during the graduation, I tried to open a small business about transcription, interviews transcription. No one liked to do that. It's the worst work. Like keep listening an interview and trying to transcript all the interview, like 1 hour and a half. Doing this, it's a devil work. And I try to do this. I try to open this small book to do that because in Unicamp there are a lot of this kind of project that there are some interview, but I haven't tattoo to the social media thing, to sell my business on the social media, to do that thing. So it is difficult to do that. It's difficult to know how to do that in the modern days, I think, mainly about, social media, I think. So it wasn't good experience. It wasn't a good experience to me. And I don't have patience to do that. I really think that I am okay being an employee.
All right. I agree with you, because I always say if I depend to sell something to someone, maybe I will not have food to eat, you know? Tipo, vou passar fome se eu tiver que depender de vender alguma coisa para alguém. When I had to, I don't know, I will change my car and I want to sell my old car. I put some ads on OLX, coloco tipo algum anúncio lá no OLX, and someone starts to say, "Oh, that's an interesting car, but there is this and that to do." And I say, "The price is that. If you want to buy, pay me, or if you don't want to buy, leave my house right now." I don't. I'm not a stupid guy. I treat everyone with love and peace, but please don't waste my time. You know, that's it. I'm not so patient with to sell anything. And what about you, Gama? What do you think about that? Did you already think about had your own business?
Um, I could say that I have tried sometimes with, but I don't have been doing it diligently. I showed, I could say, because I work in and I don't let a lot of time to do something like this. Uh, but I could say that since I was a kid, I thought that I want to have something that was mine. I don't know where it come to me when I was a kid, but I always think about it. But today I work I CLT, but in the future I want to try it in sport. I think that I could try in the I could run less. Could I say? Because I have tried to direct my knowledge to it to avoid the run in the future when I try. Uh, so for example, I in my post degree, I did it in project manager, but my desire was to it in manager business, management business, because it's more direction, direct to it. But I think in the future I do something like this. I don't know yet, but I think it interesting. I have a desire to do it in the future. That's it.
All right, thank you. So you say about the experience when you were a child. I think that can count, because I think anyone during the high school or during the escola did something like that. My daughter liked to do, I don't know how to say, pulseira and sell pulseiras to her friends. My wife did the same, she say, and I don't remember. I think when I was a kid, I sell chiclets on the school, because my friends like to collect figures, Dragon Ball figures, and I go distribuidora, a candy shop, and I bought a box of chiclets, and I sell to them during the recreio. And that was my experience being an entrepreneurship, but it was easier because I had a lot of customers, and I had a better price than the lanchonete da escola, so it was easy to do that. But nowadays, I don't think I could live selling chiclets. That's it. So let's go to other question. I want to jump to question number 3. Let's start with you, Bianca. Can you read the question number 3, please?
Yes. What are your thoughts on the risk and uncertainties that come with initiating and managing a business? Well, there are a lot of thoughts about risk and the uncertainties. To me, to be honest, I really don't know. But in my mind, I just see obstacles to do this kind of thing, like taxes, time. You have to have a lot of time to invest on it and make it right, I think. Competitors, to have a really good idea to sell, and you don't know if your idea is good to be bought by someone. I don't know. I don't know how I can answer this one. Do you have some idea, Osvaldo?
Yeah, I have to control myself to don't talk too much. But well, in my last opportunity, when I had some time, I put my hands in that project about your talking about the time, and for me, the one of the most important thing about that, we need to be disciplined and perseverant. It's the most important thing, because when we start a self-employed entrepreneur, we don't know if we will get success or we will broke. You get broke. We don't know. It's the most important thing is the process, the journey. In my case, every single opportunity that I've decided to increase myself and learn about some skills that business are related. And yeah, I think in summary, that's it. And for you, in your opinion, Gama, what do you think about that, please?
I think the main risk that one person can have with your business is put his one money without the sufficient knowledge to start the company. Because most of the times we start something with all all money, all money, and it is a risk, because if the business does not work in it, your money will not throw back, for example. So we need to do it studying or having some knowledge to do it, and try it working, uh, knowing about what we need to do. at least to have a good knowledge, for example. I think that Lourdes.
First of all, when we start one business or entrepreneurship, we need to choose one account to help you because there are many taxes to pay. And if you don't pay the taxes, the account appear and the problems after we can break up your company. And you need to be a control person because spend what you need. If you don't need, don't spend. And day by day, step by step, had control with your company if to see if your company is in raise or not, if the in company is good to your future or not, and there are many other ways to to choose help to see this company is very good to your place that you are open this company. Because sometimes I see people who open the company that only to spend the money because the reason is not good. And sometimes it's better to see an employer than not work with other company and not open your company. And you need to have good feelings to do it. It is this.
All right.
Okay, Carlos.
Thank you, Lourdes. I really like what you say, you know. It was a really good advice to have an account, contador, to help you during the beginning, because every single company here in Brazil has a hidden partner. Toda empresa no Brasil tem um sócio secreto who only collect money without helping to make money. I'm talking about the government, you know. So if you don't pay their bills, that can be hard sometimes. And I had a small experience because today como é que fala? Hoje eu sou um empreendedor, não sou um empreendedor, que sou só eu na minha empresa, mas it's hard to pay. Oh, I pay a lot of taxes, you know? I pay a lot of taxes, and yeah, it's not easy, but
If you work abroad, you need to pay taxes.
yeah, I need to pay
If
taxes,
you
you
own
know?
in dollars, your salary is in dollars, you need to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
My son is a computer engineer, and
Yeah,
he's working in one company abroad. He's working at home, but his company is in USA, and he pay a lot of tax. But it is good. It is good for us because we need to pay taxes because the taxes is or health or schools or streets or roads.
So, I guess,
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Could be,
was
Because
could
a
if you
be.
go to in other places, examples, Italy, the taxes high, so better than Brazil, and all Europe to pay all taxes.
But the things work, I guess.
yeah.
It's the main
I
point.
that now I
And
had to disagree with you, Lourdes, because I was a public employee. Eu fui funcionário público for 8 years of my life, you know, and it's really beautiful when you say, "Oh, I pay my taxes and the government provide me health and security," but that's not the truth in my case, because in my case, if I need to go to doctor, I had to pay my own health insurance. Tem que pagar, tipo, é, é,
insurance,
pa- esqueci o nome. É, tipo,
insurance,
yeah, health insurance, but I forget
have
the, now,
insurance.
the
Yes,
name in Português. Plano de saúde. Você tem
yes,
que pagar
have.
plano de saúde se você quiser ir no médico. Se você quer segurança, you have to pay an alarm in your house or have a good fence in your house. Tipo, tem que ter uma boa cerca elétrica e um monte de outras coisas. Eu fui policial militar e eu digo, we don't have security in Brazil at all. So I don't know why I pay a lot of taxes because when my daughters get hurt or get sick, I had to buy. I had to go to drugstore and buy everything by myself. I had to pay the doctors by myself. But we are not here to discuss the government. It's a hard discussion, but it's not the main point. But I pay all my taxes. But I think nowadays I'm more, how can I say that? Ancapstão, you know? Okay, so let's go to question number 4, okay? Because I don't want to change so much the subject of our conversation. Let me check. Gama, can you read the question number 4, please?
Okay. Do you believe a specific regulament regulations or incentives should exist to promote and support entrepreneur entrepreneurial activities? Mm,
This question is talking about, when the
mm,
government puts some rules in some markets and they say, you are you have to pay a tax if you want to buy something on China because we need to protect our entrepreneur here in Brazil.
oh, okay, I got it. I think regulations can be good in some cases. For example, my cell phone, was regulation that the charger. It was good because every cell phone was having different charging for. So it was good. But when we talk about taxes, I think it wasn't good for entrepreneur most of the times because if they are paying more tax for government, they let to hire more people because they need to pay for government. Know that it cannot be good in some cases because the government need money to do a lot of things. It how you said it no work a lot so good here in Brazil, but the government always will got the a lot will got money there. But I think in that in some cases regulations working, but more to the full, I don't know, padronizar the things in the activities and the companies stay more um, in the same way. For example, uh, to help people. One example was the chart that I said, but there are other examples that we can find in the it. I think that could be good. Uh, I think that no more than Yanka.
It's a polemic one, but I think that the biggest problem in Brazil about taxes is that the rich people pay less taxes than poor people. And about companies, to me, it's the same. Big companies pay less taxes that they should pay, I think. And the small companies don't have the enough investment by the government to make it, to stabilize themselves and stimulate the local economy and pay high taxes also. So it's unfair the amount of taxes that big companies pays and small companies pay too, you know. I think that rich companies or big companies should pay more and small companies pay less and have more incentives to grow, I think. And I thought about, these incentivos fiscais and mainly capacitation and trainment, I think, because you can have this feeling about build a company, but you have to have qualification, I think, to know how the economy or how this thing works. So to me, the government should give this training to people to know better how the labor, not the labor market, but the economy works, maybe. They already do that. I think about Senai or Senac. There are some institutions that give to us some qualification trainment, but should be bigger, I think. It's that.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. And who will be the next one?
Can I go? Answer the same question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Well, I think it's important we have regulations because, like Gama said, for example, we have a partner of UCB cable or a smartphone screen size and so on. So it's important to keep the markets with a kind of secure say a safe environment, I would say. And about incentives, a simple way to incentives entrepreneurial activities, in my opinion, I had some people that lived on USA and they started a business and they started to pay taxes just after they've sold your product or services, and when you emit your nota fiscal, you will pay the tax at the same time. So it's a simple and a good way to incentive entrepreneurial activities, in my opinion. That works very well in some in countries, some like that, USA, for example. And for the USA government, for example, doesn't matter if you are a regular person in that country. The most important thing are for them are you are change the monies the money owners, change the economy. It's the most important thing for them, and I agree with this role. Yeah, I think in summary that's it.
All right, thank you, Oswald. And what about you, Lourdes? What do you think about that? The question number 4.
I agree to that we need to standard, like Yanka said, talking, because the big companies pay less taxes than the small company. And you need to standard it. And when this is, there are regulation, it is we have more control, and who have more money pay more money, and who want less money pay less money. And you need to have control with a distribution income in your life. If you have distribution the income, we have a better life for all. And everything become good, and could had money to education her kids, to have free time in other things, and they work happy, and we need to standard this, because when we have one example, phone, one computer, if they have his one project, I don't know in English, I forgot the name, we needed to pay for it. It is needed to be standard, because it's better for us.
All right. Yeah, I think I had my own way to think about that, I think everything the government do, they do the worst way, I didn't saw in my entire life something the government make something good to anyone at any place at all, my family, my dad and my mom live their entire life in a poor neighborhood, I had a poor background, and the government every 4 years say, oh, we will give to you saneamento básico, tipo, água encanada, esgoto encanado. We will do a asphalt in front of our house, and they live in there 20 years. Faz 20 anos que eles moram lá, e todo ano é a mesma coisa. And you can do something by yourself, because sometimes there are regulations to do that. But yeah, I agree. In some and in small points, you can have some regulations, especially if you are talking about, I don't know, radiation. If you want to have your own company to make electricity using nuclear, radiação nuclear, por exemplo, couldn't be anyone doing that, So at that point, the government can make some regulation, but I don't like when they are creating rules, like you can't buy something from China because you are not helping our local market, but you go to a store. In my city, there is a lot of that, you go to a store to buy a blouse, and you saw the same blouse on AliExpress for much less money, Então, tipo, esses dias eu fui comprar uma blusa na loja lá e eu tinha visto a mesma blusa no AliExpress por muito mais, por muito menos. But okay, I had to help the local market. I don't know. Yeah, today I'm, how can I say that? I'm more I'm not so happy with our government, but it's not our topic today. Okay, guys. Let me check. We can have a final question. Okay.